Welcome, family of dreamers and believers in the kind of love that refuses to fade. Today is pure celebration here at Turkish Spotlight Secrets. There are days when our updates sting with farewells, misunderstandings, and long nights spent guessing what went wrong. But not today. Today the light feels warmer over Istanbul, and every whisper turns into a heartfelt cheer. For months we drifted in choppy waters together, decoding sidelong glances, sudden unfollows, and the aching hush that settled between two of Turkey's brightest stars. That hush is over. The fog has parted, and the announcement everyone prayed for did not arrive via a grainy paparazzi snap or a blurry street sighting. It came straight from him. Yaman and Demet are back together. And this time, it feels different. It feels grounded. Before we examine each syllable of this turning point, help our community keep shining, subscribe to the channel, tap the bell so you never miss a heartbeat, and if you want deeper dives, bonus breakdowns, and our private emotes, hit the join button with pride. Your support keeps this flame alive. Are you ready for the news of the year? Let's begin. To appreciate the happiness sweeping across social media, we need to acknowledge the shadow we just escaped. For fans of Can and Demet, recent months were a winter with no end in sight. The duo whose chemistry once dominated timelines and headlines had, abruptly, gone their separate ways. In their wake, rumor storms, aching fan hearts, and a hole in the spotlight that nothing else could fill. Conspiracy theories multiplied. Was it competing career ambitions? Pressure from surrounding circles? Clashing calendars? The noise became deafening. And yet, above it all, one thing echoed, their silence. Heavy, opaque, decisive, a silence that seemed to validate the deepest fear that the magic was gone for good. With a devotion only true fans understand, followers combed through breadcrumbs, melancholic lyrics in a story, a sudden absence of likes, a caption that felt too raw to be random. It looked like an era had ended. But poetry has a way of reminding us that the darkest hour arrives just before dawn. As the world debated the finality of their distance, something gentler was happening out of sight. Time, the quiet sculptor, was smoothing the edges, tempering pride, cooling the heat of old arguments, and leading two people to one conclusion. Sometimes the only way to learn the shape of your heart is to step away from it, only to realize the map leads you back. And then came the moment that reset the narrative. Not a premiere. Not a trophy-laden gala. A radio studio, intimate and unguarded. Yaman, whose intensity on screen and disciplined resolve off-screen have earned him a global following, sat down for a live conversation on a popular program. It began with the usual rhythm: roles, training, travel, future projects. Yet a current hummed under the banter, an unasked question everyone in the room could feel pulsing between words. The host hesitated. The audience waited. And then, it happened. A brave fan phoned in, or maybe it was simply a wave Can had decided to surf himself, unable to carry the weight any longer. He chose honesty over evasion, candor over the safe script. No, I don't discuss my private life. No evasive smile. His voice softened, the guarded composure slipping just enough for the truth to shine through. Demet and I are okay, he said, sincere and steady. Time did its work. We found our way back. Let's pause on that, friends of Turkish Spotlight Secrets, because those words hold a galaxy of meaning. He doesn't point fingers. He doesn't recount who said what, or who withdrew first. He hands the story to time, acknowledging there were clouds, confusion, and a storm that needed to pass. People present swear that everything about him shifted in that instant. His shoulders loosened, his breathing slowed, even the timbre of his voice turned warmer. Saying, "We found our way back," wasn't a headline. It was a homecoming. He didn't stop there. In a rare window of openness for a man known to guard his inner life, he continued, "We've left what happened where it belongs, behind us. Demet matters to me deeply, and being together again means more than I can explain. There's the key. This isn't convenience. This isn't a calculated PR reroute. It's two people choosing each other because they see the value in who the other is. It's not about recycling the past, it's about building with intention, with clarity, with humility. Tell me, have you ever stepped back only to realize the circle brought you right to the same door, but with new eyes? Do you believe in second chances? Share your stories in the comments. And to our treasured members with that join badge, I can't wait to read your perspectives. Your insight always elevates the conversation. If Can's words were the spark, social media was dry kindling waiting to ignite. Within minutes, his and Demet's names surged to the top of worldwide trends. On X, formerly Twitter, audio clips of the interview flew across languages, transcribed and translated by fans who had never stopped believing. Suddenly the subtle hints of recent weeks made thrilling sense. That song they both seemed to love, those photos taken in what looked like the same neighborhood moments apart, that cryptic caption about timing. Not coincidences. They were carefully scattered notes leading to this melody. The fandom, renowned for its passion and creativity, flooded the timeline with edits, compilations, and long, tearful paragraphs celebrating a victory for love. We always felt the string of fate stretching, never snapping, one comment read. They're magnets. You can pull them apart, but the force remains, another said. This response reveals something bigger than gossip. Can and Demet are not merely famous. Together, they symbolize something raw and recognizably human. Their story, glorious and flawed, reflects the truth that relationships bend and bruise and still find a way to heal if both hearts show up. The exhilaration online wasn't just about celebrity news, it was about proof that hope can pay off. Of course, every love story has two narrators. While Can turned to radio waves to let the world in, Demet, ever poised, always thoughtful about her private sphere, chose another path. According to sources who know her closely, she didn't keep quiet in private. She opened up to her circle with a sentence that says everything without shouting. Can and I have found a healthy rhythm, and we're happy. Rhythm. Balance. These are not words of reckless nostalgia. They testify to work, reflection, and growth. Two people recalibrating what matters, naming what hurt, and agreeing on how to protect their bond going forward. That dual confirmation, his on air, hers in confidence, cements the moment. This is not a wishful rumor tugged into being from one side. It's alignment. It's a shared decision to step onto the same page, anchor their boundaries, and begin again with intention. The piece Demet conveys to friends paints the picture. Wounds have closed, lessons have been absorbed, and the foundation that once held them has been reinforced. With the truth out, the future arrives fast. Overnight, predictions flooded the media cycle. The same outlets that had postmortem to breakup now strategize about joint projects. The electricity between Can and Demet is a producer's dream. It's easy to imagine scripts landing on desks, ad campaigns drafted, a romantic drama whispered about in the right corridors. Fans are already fantasizing about seeing that renewed tenderness captured by cameras again. Some swear that the lived-in experience of losing and finding will deepen any scene they share. Art often mirrors life, and their life has just written a chapter any director would kill to shoot. But the immediate obsession is simpler, the first photo. The image that will seal the narrative into place. Will it be a casual dinner on the Bosphorus with their fingers laced under a street lamp? A cheeky mirror selfie posted at the same minute from both accounts? That image will be the crest on this wave, the stamp that ends debate and launches a new beginning. Romantic, playful, effortless, whatever it is, hearts are ready to flutter. Notifications are on. Screens are watched like horizons. Can Yaman and Demet Özdemir have opened a new era? They are no longer the couple dodging questions or the pair performing separate strength. They are the ones who withstood the blaze of public commentary and the quieter heat of private struggle, and stepped out on the other side. This revelation has revived interest in them not only as stars, but as people, reminders that love is work, forgiveness is brave, and time, when honored, is a healer. Time did its work, Can said. How true that rings. Sometimes you step back simply to see the whole picture, then step forward with purpose. Headlines that once feasted on their silence now toast their reunion. The cycle keeps spinning, but beyond the cycle there are two pairs of eyes looking at each other with that mixture of recognition and risk only second chances can hold. In a world that trains us to be cynical, this moment asks us to soften a little. To clap for a chapter that took courage to begin. What's next? Expect a lighter air around them in the coming weeks. With no secret to guard, a weight lifts. You'll see mutual support for each other's solo endeavors, comments on posts, inside jokes and captions, candid moments that feel like sunshine. Perhaps a joint event, a campaign with a soft focus look, a teaser that sends everyone into a frenzy. Here at Turkish Spotlight Secrets, we'll keep a loving, analytical eye on every beat. When that first photo drops, when a project gets teased, when the two of them are spotted laughing over dinner beside the water, you'll hear it here first, with the context and body language reading you crave. We won't just hand you a snapshot, we'll decode it. Tonight, we go to sleep smiling. Can and Demet's journey proves that happy endings, or better, brave new beginnings, exist. Real love sometimes takes the long road home. Tell us your prediction, when will that first photo land? This week? This weekend? I'm watching the comments like a hawk. And remember, this channel is your home base, your trusted companion. If this reunion lifted your heart like it did ours, give this video a big like, subscribe so you don't miss the next pulse of this story, and consider joining our members-only family by hitting join. Your support lets us celebrate love with the attention and care it deserves. Long live love, and long live the second chance. Thank you for being here. We'll see you in the next video, hopefully dissecting that long-awaited picture, pixel by pixel. Until then, family, keep your notifications on and your faith warm. Turkish Spotlight Secrets is here, watching the tide, ready to bring you the moment the wave breaks.